Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my presentation on retirement for women. As a financial advisor, I see a lot of pain that money or lack thereof can cause. The issue of women needing to do a better job of planning for their future is bigger than you might realize, so I'm reaching out to work toward change. Most of us think about, or should I say worry about, retirement, right? Well, I'm going to share with you some facts that I hope will motivate you to pay closer attention to your own situation and also share with other women you care about. The bottom line about getting by in the world is that we each are responsible for our own financial well-being. Did you know that only about half of all Americans have a retirement plan at all? And more than half of women believe that they have not saved enough money to sustain them in retirement. According to Business Insider, for your portfolio to generate $50,000 a year in income, you'd need at least $1,250,000 in savings to start. Well, I'm going to hit you with a few more facts. From a recent Transamerica workforce study, only 12% of women are very confident that they can retire comfortably. Only 1 in 3 women use a professional advisor. 74% haven't considered how a long-term health issue can derail their retirement, and believe me, ladies, this is a real issue for us. And 81% of women are worried that Social Security will not be there for them. From a recent Merrill Edge article, women earn 80 cents on the dollar compared to men. So women need to save a higher percentage of their income to get on par with what a man can save. Women typically live longer than men, so their retirement funds need to last longer. And women typically spend 7 years out of the workforce taking care of family matters, which means that pensions and Social Security will tend to be lower. And oh, by the way, have you read this paragraph on your Social Security statement? It's a small paragraph with an asterisk, and a lot of people don't read documents thoroughly, so they don't know it's even there. In summary, that paragraph means that at any time, to deal with the issue of Social Security running out of money, the government can change the amount of your Social Security check, and in this example, it would be reduced to 77% of what you might be expecting. The truth is, most people will never be able to retire on their own terms. Why? Well, because they don't know who to trust or what strategy to use. They don't understand their full financial picture. They don't know their cash flows and how much income they'll need to live comfortably in retirement, and they don't know where to start to formulate a solid financial plan. If you're wondering if you're the only one who doesn't quite have a handle on the ins and outs of retirement planning, the answer is no. It doesn't matter what your background is or how old you are. It's just not uncommon for women in general to feel very unsure about what it takes to build a solid retirement plan. The real problem is, if you don't have a well-constructed financial plan, it could result in the death of your dream retirement. Every year you don't save is a year lost. And I have to tell you that regret is a terrible thing to live with when it's too late. Once you're in the future, ladies, there are no do-overs. But look, it's not your fault. There are a lot of factors that make it challenging to do it right, and we generally don't get any education on how to plan for retirement. And with everything that we as women have going on in our lives, and I don't know about you, but there's a lot of demand on my time, it's been my experience that we're often consumed by life. Or worse, women tend to turn the planning over to their partner and never fully understand what the plan is. And that can be a major mistake if a divorce or a death of that partner happens. Studies have shown that women are great at managing day-to-day finances, but they tend to lack confidence when choosing investments, insurance, and managing debt. If you truly want to know what your personal roadmap to retirement is, then you need to get serious. You just have to get educated and pay attention to your future. Are you ready? Get set. Okay, if you're not already compelled to keep watching until the end, then I interrupt this broadcast to tell you that I have a free offer for you if you stick around. And everybody loves free stuff, right? Plus, I'm going to give you my 4 secrets that will help you get laser beam focused on your retirement strategy. So, what does having a strategy really mean? Well, you'll know exactly where you stand financially. You will consistently have your finger on the pulse of your financial status. You'll have a clear, concise, and well-constructed financial plan that will give you confidence in your ability to retire without many of the common struggles that other retirees face. Let me ask you this. What does your retirement look like? Have you given that any serious thought? You need a vision, ladies, for what it will look like, because you don't want to just stumble into whatever it looks like at the time. How would you like to have the highest degree of confidence that your lifestyle is going to look the way you want it to after you retire? Okay, so who is this information really for? Well, you're someone who's approaching retirement looking for a proven plan to help secure your financial future. You aren't sure your money is working hard enough for you. You're on track for financial success, or you've already achieved affluence. Or you have fear or anxiety about what your financial future, especially your retirement, is going to look like. Do your eyes glaze over when someone talks with you about investments or financial planning? Don't laugh, ladies. It actually happens. Maybe you feel confused or are anxious because you're uncertain about where you currently stand financially. Are you overwhelmed about all the complexities that are associated with retirement? Do you worry you may not be able to afford your lifestyle, pay for medical expenses, go on that vacation, or experience the life you've always dreamed of? Have you ever said, hey, I've accumulated all these assets, I have all these different accounts, but what does it all mean? Again, you're not alone. If you said, that's me, to any one of those I just listed, then you're definitely in the right place. Look, life after your working years, it doesn't have to be something that you fear. So you're probably thinking, well, what makes this presentation any different? I think you're absolutely going to love what I'm about to share with you. Many of you probably already have related to the things that I've said so far, but the real beauty of this presentation is there's nothing for sale. This is about you and your strategy. If anything, I hope to motivate you to get on top of your plan. There are just too many women who don't have one. And don't forget that there is a free gift if you're still with me at the end. And I don't think you're going to want to miss it. Now, let's get down to the 4 secrets that I promised. These secrets are a product not only of learning the ropes as a financial advisor, but they come from my life experience too. And you can implement them today to set you and your family up for success in retirement. I've personally used these strategies for myself, my family, and my clients planning to and ready to retire. I've spent over a decade helping people seamlessly transition into retirement, and I have extensive knowledge and have devoted my career to helping people retire successfully. Okay, secret number 1, don't be afraid. I held myself back personally on the financial front more than I care to admit because I was fearful of salespeople who I assumed were looking to make a commission, and because I didn't really know a good choice from a bad one. I didn't understand, and I didn't know where to turn for advice that I could trust. So I became paralyzed, and now I want to teach others how to get unstuck. There really is a better way, folks. There's a book by Susan Jeffers called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I'm here to advise you to do the same. Secret number 2, you must pull all your financials into one centralized view. Should you consolidate your accounts into one financial institution? Well, that's a personal decision. I guess I can tell you that proper diversification does not mean having multiple financial institutions or multiple financial advisors. In fact, this strategy can actually work against you. You'd be surprised at how often those multiple advisors have put someone in the very same investments and nobody cross-checks the details to see the duplications. That's not diversification, folks. By knowing where you stand, having one advisor, and having it all in one place, you can better plan and track your progress. Secret number 3 is that you must understand how your portfolio grows. One important element is knowing what personal rate of return is needed in order to grow your contributions over time. Using the personal rate of return, projections can be made for the growth of your retirement investments. It takes into consideration your tolerance for the ups and downs of the stock market, and along with other data, it's used to determine the amount you need to be saving until retirement. Your personal rate of return is then compared to actual returns throughout the life cycle of your retirement savings years. We then have an idea if you're on track to meet your retirement goals, and if not, adjustments can be made to bring the plan back in line. Now, There's a calculation called the Rule of 72 that tells you how quickly your money will double given a specific rate of return. You just divide your rate of return into the number 72. So for example, if you have a 7% return on average, it will take about 10.2 years to double your money. If you only get a 5% return on average, then it will take over 14 years to double. So if your money will typically double in 7 to 10 years, and that's about the average, then you'll need to take a look at your age right now and figure out how many doubling periods you have left until retirement. $100,000 today could be $200,000 in 10 years, and that $200,000 could double again in the next 10 years to $400,000. So if I've accomplished nothing else today, I hope you can see the importance of saving now, as in today, versus starting 10 years from now. Remember, this is a process and not an event. This is going to take time, patience, and consistency. Secret number 4 is you absolutely must have a proven retirement planning process that moves you toward security and prepares you for a successful life long after you've stopped working. Listen, if you're going to work beyond the age of 65, and a lot of people are doing that, shouldn't it be because you want to, not because you have to? There is so much more to the process of preparing for your retirement, and I wish that there was time to share more today. So now is probably a good time to tell you what my free gift is. I'm offering you your own personalized 45-minute initial retirement planning consultation. This is not a sales call or a sales pitch in disguise. I'm an educator, and my goal is simply to help you understand the options that are available to you. So this is a bona fide free strategy session designed to give you both clarity and value and give you a starting point. You will come away with a plan of action that you can implement that is distinctive and customized to your situation and your retirement goals. And at the end of our time together, and if we're in agreement, I will also offer you a complimentary 1-year subscription to my tool called Wealth Vision, which will help you gather a consolidated view of your financial information. This annual subscription has a value of $200, so you don't really want to miss this opportunity. So this is for you if you simply haven't made time or you just don't know where to start, you're serious about paying attention to your financial future, you're ready to step up and take action, or you just want or need help from an expert in the field. Listen, magical things that provide financial resources rarely happen, so if you're counting on winning the lottery, and believe me, I hear that a lot, the odds are not in your favor. Before I close, I want you to hear the 2 statements that I hear the most because they're important and they're very real. I wish I would have done this 30 years ago, and wow, I didn't know what I didn't know. These are really powerful statements, folks, and from a financial advisor's perspective, it's painful to hear these words because there is a different way. So I have found that there are 3 things that set successful retirees apart from the ones that struggle. They took action long before they were ready to retire. They followed a plan tailored to their financial goals. And they had and continue to have a trusted financial advisor as a partner to help them stay the course. You could be just one simple decision away from your vision for those retirement years. And this could be it. So schedule your free 45-minute strategy session and let's see where you're at. Scheduling options are available directly below the video on my website, www.bucksaverfinancial.com. This opportunity will only be available for a limited time, and there's really only so many hours in a week that I'm available to provide this free service. So I'm holding 5 appointment times open in the next week. If you seriously want to review your strategy, make your appointment right away. My philosophy is that we should live with no regrets, folks. Thanks for listening. I hope we get to meet.